You're thankful to God for what you have. Because if you're not thankful, you're just not happy with what you have. That's where it comes from. Right? You're not happy. Remember, it starts with envy. How come my neighbor has that and I don't have it? That's how it starts. You become envious. Your neighbor has something you don't have. Your neighbor's plants are growing and is about to harvest, and your plants are not growing. So you become envious. That's how it begins. Maybe you will say, can I have some? If the neighbor says no, ooh, now it goes to the next level. Now the desire becomes stronger. Next. Contentment and satisfaction. Are you contented with what you have? You know, if I can go back, I wish I have a daughter. But it's okay. The desire is not that strong. It's okay, I have 2 sons, it's fine. 2 sons who are leaving us and not mind us. Now I understand why some people think it's ideal that you have a male and a female child. Because the female child tends to be more caring for the parents. Contentment and satisfaction. What does it mean, contentment? You hear some people, if you listen to some of those, what do you call those? Speakers, motivational speakers. They give you motivation not to be happy, never to be contented, never to be satisfied. That's a secular motivation. After you get your first million, you want your second million, and third, and fourth, and fifth. Never ends. Contentment means you are able to tell the Lord, it's enough, Lord, it's enough. Not only money, it's also power. It's also power. It's also good standing. So we say here, it's enough, Lord. Can you say that? It's enough, Lord. Somebody who just died has 16 children. 16 children, but in those that I've seen, he never said, it's enough, Lord. I don't know how many wives he had. How many wives he had? I don't know. 4? It's enough, Lord. That's satisfaction. Satisfaction says, it's enough, Lord. Contentment says, I'm grateful for what I have. Just like gratitude. I'm happy with what I have. I wish I have a house as beautiful as Lourdes, but I don't have, so what can I say? I'm happy with what I have. Like Frances' house, beautiful. Big, long driveway, paid, giant TV. You understand the distinction? Satisfaction means it's enough, Lord. Contentment means I'm happy with what I have, Lord. Is that understood? The third one is appreciation. When you do a favor to someone, what do you say? What do you hear? Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. Right? I appreciate it. That's appreciation. What is appreciation? Regard what you have as precious. Regard what you have as regard what you have as precious. Now, look at this distinction. If you give someone from Belleville a nice shirt, okay, thank you. But give that same shirt to those poor people in Africa. Can you see the eyes of those people? You wouldn't believe it. You don't have to go to Africa. Go to other countries, Philippines, India, China. Those poor people in Africa, give them whatever. This is what I learned. Never give flowers to African women. Never give flowers to African women. Even the single, the unmarried, don't give flowers to them. You know why? They want food. They want money. They want clothes. That's what. Those are the things that, flowers, what would I do with it? I'll just, after 1-2 days, I'll just throw it away. Over here, look at the difference. Over here, don't give t-shirt to a lady here. They'll just toss it away. Give flowers. They have everything they need and they want. That's appreciation. Appreciation is regarding whatever you have as precious. This is how you fight covetousness. Next is moderation. You hear this from people who are talking about drinking. Drink in moderation. Eat in moderation. Sleep in moderation. What does moderation mean? Average is a good word, average. Let me see if I can find. I think average is a good word. Average or middle range. So you can fight covetousness. If you're praying for money, things to the limit and they push it all the way. That's not moderation. Next is trust. Sometimes we are restless. Sometimes we are not confident that we will ever get whatever we want. So that's when trust comes in. Because if you don't trust, what will happen? The desire becomes more intense if you don't trust. I just did the materials up to September. And there's a lot about trust in there. Something about satisfaction with what we have. So that's trust. Then generosity. The sixth one is generosity. You have to be generous. The thing about God is we can never outdo Him in generosity. This reminds me of St. Peter asking the Lord, Master, when do we stop giving? We just keep giving. When do we stop? You know what Jesus said? You only stop giving when I stop giving to you. For as long as God gives you, just keep giving. It's a beautiful insight concerning generosity. God is giving us, so what's the problem being generous? Everybody here is generous. You can tell. These are the 6 antidotes to fight back covetousness. You need all 6 of these. Trust whom? Trust the Lord. Did I tell you the story of Mother Teresa of Calcutta? There was one evening, because they give to the poor, they feed the poor every time, non-stop. There was one time they were retiring for the day, closing, and Mother was going around. You know what Mother Teresa found? What do you call that place where you put the groceries? The pantry. The pantry was, there's some stuff in there. Some of the nuns have set aside some items for next day. And Mother Teresa saw them. You know what Mother said? No, this is not how we do it. Open back the door and take all this outside and give to the poor. Mother, we'll not have anything tomorrow. Give them all out. We still have poor people outside waiting. Give them all out. So they emptied the pantry. And then they closed the door, they rested and retired for the day. In the morning, when they open the door, there's a mountain. It's a mountain of groceries for them. What's the idea here? Mother Teresa says, just give them all out. We have enough of today's. Tomorrow will be another day. God will provide. And God does.
Just like in our Father.
Where?
Just like in our Father, we must stay all day.
Yeah. Certainly. There's a lesson to learn from that. Generosity. I'm not sure about the funny story. There's a very rich man. And he spoke to the congregation. He says, you know, I'm a millionaire. You know how I became a millionaire? And I thank God for this, he said. When I came to the church, the only money I had was $1. And I gave everything. I gave all I had to the church. In that case, it's $1. That's all he had. Now he's a millionaire. So someone in the congregation said, I dare you, do it again. I dare you, do it again. Meaning, give everything you have to the church. And he couldn't answer. Which reminds us of the young lawyer. Remember the young lawyer? He approached Jesus. What am I supposed to do to earn salvation? That's what he asked Jesus. What do I do to earn salvation? Jesus didn't tell him, it's entirely a gift from me. You can never marry it. What Jesus said was, are you doing all this? Yeah. I tithe, I do this, I pray so many times a day. I follow the liturgy. All right, very well then, he said. And then finally Jesus said, okay, why don't you go and sell whatever you have and give to the poor and come follow me. That stopped him in his track because he had many possessions. That's Jesus' way of saying, it's entirely a gift to you. It's just a gift to you. You can never merit salvation. Because a lot of people think that way. I read, I teach catechism, I adore, every Friday I adore, and then I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. So they feel that they have earned it. That's why I keep pounding on that point. We can never earn our salvation. Never. It's entirely a gift from God. One thing is for sure, we can lose it. We can lose it if we don't obey, remember the hierarchy of commandments and rules from God. We have to follow them all. We can definitely lose our salvation. But once your name is written in the book of life, you can never lose it. So the question is, when does your name get to the book of life? When you die. When you die. Because for as long as you and I are alive, we can still lose our salvation. Who knows? Imagine a situation where your name is in the book of life. It can never be erased. That's why God will only allow that when you die. Like the comedy king now realizes if his name is in the book of life. We don't know, only he knows. Understand? Now get your class notes. Jesus summoned the 12 and began to send them out 2 by 2, and gave them authority over unclean spirits. Take nothing for the journey but a walking stick. Okay, you can write here. You have your copy. You can write here. Walking stick is a symbol of authority. Walking stick is a symbol of authority. See the walking stick?